When I saw the trending video of a prophet exposing Casper Nyovest, I wasn't shocked because I've lived through spiritual manipulation that looks exactly like this: greed, intimidation, and reputation destruction when you don't comply. Before I start, I'm not claiming the allegations about Casper Nyovest are true. I don't know Casper personally, and I'm not here to spread gossip. The reason I'm making this video is because this pattern in this trending story is something that I have experienced myself personally. There is a viral video on YouTube going around, and the title is something like Prophet Exposes Casper Nyovest. It's being shared everywhere and it's creating debates across social media. In that video, the prophet makes serious claims involving Casper and even drags in names like Ricky Rick and Double HP. And the comments are exactly what you'd think: fear, anger, confusion, and people choosing sides. This is a case study about spiritual power and influence. Here's my point. Whether the prophet is telling the truth or not, I cannot say. But this trend reveals something quite dangerous about how spiritual authority is used today. I have seen it for myself that in some spiritual spaces, it becomes less about healing and helping you find your identity, and it is more about the money, it is more about the control, it is more about the punishment, it's more about the jealousy. So today I'm going to explain how spiritual exploitation actually works and why celebrities become targets. Let me speak from my personal experience. So even when I was undergoing these things, there was always this air of money and greed hanging around. Everything, and I mean everything, is related and somehow linked to money. Even if you do have, or you believe that you have a genuine calling, you become a cash cow. You are compelled to perform rituals that you don't necessarily want, or even your so-called ancestors are not even showing you. But because the spiritual leader is aware that this particular ritual is going to cost you money, they will compel you. You need to go to this particular ocean. You need to go to this particular waterfall. I mean, in my instance, I had to travel out of the province to go to a particular water in this particular province because this particular waterfall possessed these particular powers. And mind you, when you go there, you need to pay for your accommodation, you need to pay for your food, you need to pay for every single thing. Even just to see and consult that person, you need to pay. Every time you see them, you pay. Every time you go to the water with them, you pay. Every single thing that they give you for you to utilize, you pay for, including candles. And I mean, I'm not talking about prices that you would normally pay at the shop. Exorbitant prices. Like a candle, one candle would, for instance, cost you something like 25 rand. And if you do not comply, or if you start asking questions, you will basically get the same treatment that Casper Nyovest is currently receiving. Look at this particular prophet. I guarantee you that there were questions that were being raised by Casper Nyovest and his mom. I guarantee you that there was some kind of pushback that was related to money. And his response was, I'm going to ruin your name. And this is why we are seeing this prophet on the podcast or whatever the case may be. Here is my point of departure. At the time of Double HP passing and Ricky Rick's passing, why didn't he come forward then? Why is he only coming forward now? I mean, we haven't received a response from Casper Nyovest as far as I know, but I guarantee you it's somehow related to a request of money that he obviously refused and is now being manipulated. And if he doesn't comply, his name is going to be ruined, because this is how these people work. These people don't even care whether or not you actually have a genuine calling. They don't even care. At this particular moment in time, it's really just about money. And here are a few pointers for you to look out for. Because guys, here's the thing, right? As much as I'm going to preach, stay away from these people, leave these people alone, I know there are people who are still undergoing initiation. So I'm going to just tell you what to look out for. And if this is happening to you, if you are undergoing some kind of initiation, whether it is with a Sangoma, whether it is with a prophet, if these things are happening, you need to leave right now. If your calling has something to do with money and everything is always about money, you gotta go. If you are being rushed into rituals, you gotta leave. If your questions are being punished and the responses that they give you is this is what was done to us, you gotta leave. If you're being isolated from your family, it's time for you to go. If you are being threatened with ruining your name or your reputation, it's time to leave. Okay, so you guys know how I feel about all of these things, right? So this is not new. You guys know I underwent initiation, and I'm completely and totally against it. I do understand that there are people that are still undergoing this, and if you have family members that are experiencing the things that I'm talking about, guys, unfortunately, sangomas and prophets and the like, they're not trying to help you. They're not trying to help you get in touch with your ancestors or reveal your calling. I've done episodes about these things, but if you are specifically experiencing threats that are related to your reputation, you are being asked for money, and if you are not giving the money, you are being threatened with witchcraft, it's time for you to go. Thank you guys for tuning in, and see you next time.